Hello guys, Marcio Barbosa here. Ah, so I got a couple questions to answer. I'm gonna try to answer them in the best way possible. One of the questions, um, it's how do you rank the fundamentals in terms of importance? Well, there's not a rule for everybody to follow. Like it depends on a style, depends on if you have long leverage or short leverage. I'll give you an example. Myself, right? I don't have a long leverage. I don't have a super long fingers. I have a regular hand, and I won't say short, but let's say short leverage. For heavyweight, it is short. It's normal for middleweight or light heavyweight. So uh, for my style, which is a fast, I hit fast to the side. So to me, it's in order of importance will be the cupping strength first, right? Rising, pronation, supination as a plan B if things don't work on my way. An example is, let's say I'm gonna pull a guy, I wanted to hit him fast, right? So I'll position myself this way, right? Hand high. So I already have my rising strength, in a good position. So when I close my hand, if I hit to the side, like I like to hit to the side. So it's this way. So my cupping and my rising has to be in order. And if the guy holds me a little bit, I put the pronation to finish the job and side pressure, of course. So for my style, usually is like this, right? So I engage, um, I stay with my rising up, and I hit, I engage my cupping strength and pronation. Now, if I want to hook the guy, same thing, rising up, and then a supination, right? So it depends on the style. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. So depends what is your plan? What are you gonna apply in a match? Another question. So for me, for my game, I'll put importance when I'm training for cupping first, rising, pronation, and supination in that order. So of course the first three are more important to me. Supination is just if I needed to. The cupping is important because it doesn't matter. Like for me, it's to hit to the side, but even if you're gonna top row, you need to, in order to control and roll, you need to have the cupping strength on point. So cupping is more important. Then to me, rising comes second, then pronation, supination on plan B. The other question is regarding fundamentals in arm wrestling is when you're on defensive position, how can you come back? And which fundamentals you use to come back? The person didn't specify if he was a top row or a hook defensive position. Let's say I'm in a hook, right? Let's say I'm here, right? I'm here, the mat stops here. You don't let it go more. I have to use my drag pressure, like use my lat muscle. And on the fundamentals here, I will put down pressure. So I'll use my pronation a little bit, right? Pronation a little bit, try to isolate the other guy's bicep and hold. You gotta hold, you gotta be patient. And when you feel a gap, then you can engage a little more and either pronate or supinate. It doesn't matter, right? You have to feel where the match goes and you have to keep that position. You don't lose anymore. You have to hold tight over there and feel the gap. Like you have to be tight at the same time loose in terms of perception. You tie over here, then According to what you feel, you can either go here, like using your cupping here, pronate here, engage everything, and put the other guy down. Now, if it's a top row position, defensive position, let's say you're here, I would recommend, like, if you stop over here, your hand is not completely taking, you should grab his thumb tight here and lock in pronation and drag here, like come back here and pronate a lot on his thumb, hold his thumb very tight, and also you're gonna feel the gap. You know what I mean? You have to feel where it's wearing off first, and then you can engage a little more, maybe cupping and pronate. So it's not a rule. You kind of have to, feel where the match goes. But absolutely, if you're holding somebody, your endurance has to be on point. And like I explained in the other video, close the gaps. If in all these fundamentals, if you feel like your rising is stronger than your pronation, close the gap in pronation. If you feel like your cupping is very strong and you lack on rising or pronate, close the gap. Same rule. That rule is for every fundamental. All right. So close the gap, guys. One more time. That's the key.